because of the uniform I wear and what I represent, a portion of society thinks that I'm a bad guy. You know, where they don't know me, they don't know Sean Perkins and what I do and where I come from and what my beliefs are. So, and again, and anybody can twist that to, well, you don't know me as the person walking out on the street, and you're right, and I'm like, you're absolutely right. You know, that's why I don't judge you when I get up and talk to you, you know?
We talk to people every day that we don't put in the system because that's my job. My job is community policing. If an officer stops somebody and he types in his name, all of these contacts will come up. So let's say he kind of stopped somebody because they were behind a building and it's like, you shouldn't be there. Let's say he said, well, come, let me run your name. And now it pops on the computer, okay, he's burglarized 3 businesses. Now you're going to dig a little bit more.
You happen to get out, you're talking to this person, like, hey man, you got any street names you go by or whatever? And they give you that street name. Well, that could be the one missing lead that they needed in the detective division to further the case. So by documenting that and passing along, you could then develop a suspect or suspects. So it is a necessary tool. You know, if they freely talk to you, you're not pushing the bounds of their civil liberties.
You don't try to jump out of the car every time and say, hey, what's your name? What's your ID? No. You know, sometimes it's just good just to talk to people. And you can just ask them their name, like, hey, how you doing? I'm Sergeant Seabrook at the end of the conversation. Then, you know, they'll say, hey, I'm Jane. And that's it. And you keep on going. You know, it's not designed to just every time you talk to somebody, do an FI card. No, that's, Sometimes you just got to just talk to people.
Are you going to get out with the same person all the time and talk to them on the corner or in front of their house? Maybe only if you need information, but you're probably not going to need to field contact or do an FI per se on them every time because you already know who they are. But it's the people that you don't know who is there. Yeah, it's America. You can go wherever you want to. You're free to go wherever you want. You know, I tell people that all the time. But as a police officer, that person that may not belong there per se, you know, or live in that neighborhood, might be the guy you just want to talk to and be like, hey, what's going on? Where are you from? Or whatever. Because that could be that one link that you needed to a crime in the past or whatever.
Most of the time, if an FI makes it here, it's either a traffic stop or a citizen complaint.
I love you, man.
I love you too. You all right?
Yeah.
How Mark doing? You have good citizens in the system. You have not so good citizens, and then obviously you have bad people in there. But you're not an effective officer if you don't know people in your community. You may not know everybody, but you should know the ones who's causing problems in your community. And you need to know your allies in the community. And you just need to know regular people.
You know, the criminal element travels. They just don't sit in one spot. So you don't ever know where you're going to come across that person. So people are like, oh, why are you asking that person for their ID? It's like, because you never know who you're going to run into.